This is the story of Belle Gunness, the ordinary woman who turned her farm into a graveyard. Belle Gunness was not born a monster. She was born in Norway in 1859, a poor farm girl who dreamed of a better life in America. She arrived in the United States in 1881 with nothing but ambition. She changed her name to Belle, settled in Chicago, and married a Norwegian immigrant. But tragedy seemed to follow her everywhere. Their candy store burned down, they collected the insurance money. Their home burned down, they collected the insurance money. 2 of their babies died. Belle collected a payout after each death. Then on July 30, 1900, the one day that 2 of her husband's life insurance policies overlapped, he came home with a headache and never woke up. Belle collected on both policies, worth around $150,000 in today's money. Poison was suspected. No autopsy was ever done. With the insurance money, Belle moved to Indiana and bought a pig farm. She remarried. 8 months later, her new husband was dead. Belle told authorities a meat grinder had fallen from a shelf and struck him on the head. Widowed once again, Belle began posting personal ads in Norwegian newspapers. The ads were simple. A widow, a farm, looking for a partner, bring only cash, and don't tell anyone, this is our secret. Men flocked to her door, lonely bachelors, hopeful farmers. They arrived with thousands of dollars and then disappeared. Belle would give them a warm meal, a coffee laced with poison, then finish the job with a bludgeon. She disposed of the bodies in creative ways. Some were buried, others were burned, some remains were fed to her hogs. For years, nobody connected the dots. Missing men were just missing. But in 1908, a South Dakota farmer named Andrew arrived at the farm with his life savings and vanished. His brother became suspicious, and the walls began closing in on Belle. On April 28, 1908, the farmhouse burned to the ground. Inside the ashes, investigators found the bodies of 3 children and a headless adult woman initially believed to be Belle. But something was wrong. The body was much smaller than Belle's recorded measurements. They kept digging, and what they found would shock the entire nation. Dozens of dismembered bodies pulled from the earth, buried in gunny sacks near the hog pen. Some 15,000 people showed up just to watch the investigation. Boys skipped school. People came by train, by automobile, by bicycle, just to watch them pull bodies from the ground. The number of victims is thought to be at least 14. Some sources say as many as 40. But here is the part that will keep you up at night. Belle Gunness was never confirmed dead. The only thing investigators found of her skull was a set of dental bridges. Many believed she started the fire herself, planted the headless body, and simply walked away. Sightings of Belle appeared for months after, spanning the entire length of North America. She had become something more than a fugitive. She had become a ghost. Belle Gunness was not a monster from a horror movie. She was a widow with a farm, a woman who cooked warm meals and wrote love letters. And that is exactly what made her so dangerous. To this day, her true fate remains unknown. If you had answered that newspaper ad, you would never have come home. If you made it this far, you already know you belong here. Subscribe, because the next story is even darker.